Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Mouthing Off with Mike, back with another edition of the Nightcap, and we got NXT on CW's debut, and I've got a star-studded panel, so viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, Mouthing Off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap on Boom Broadcasting, hosted by yours truly, Mouthing Off with Mike. And you saw the tweets earlier from my all-star studded panel of wrestling podcasters and content creators. So without further ado, let's get this party started up in here and bringing them in. They are the current reigning, defending 3-count trivia champions for now. That's the custom guy, the guy, the belt collector, Brandon, and his tag team partner. That's HAS to the THE to the 3RD. That's my main man, Hugh.
That's
What's
me
up,
right there,
fellas?
baby.
How
It's
we
all
living
love.
today? Welcome back. I got the merch on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hugh, give
I
me
appreciate
five.
that.
Give me five, Hugh.
High
Give me
five.
five. Give me, no,
Yeah.
sideways. Do it
No,
sideways.
Look at them.
I
They're
get it.
matching.
Like this.
They
I
come
don't do
don't make
sideways.
sense.
I don't do sideways. It's high five point right in the camera.
looking all handsome on the Nightcap. But they're not the only ones here on the Nightcap, ladies and gentlemen. These
There's
two
more.
are staples on the Nightcap. You can see them most Tuesday nights right here on Boom Broadcasting, hanging out with me. They are the hosts of the newest, hottest, up-and-coming podcast in the wrestling sphere. That's Torin and Tortellini from Black Masses and Constellations. What's going on tonight, guys? The Terror Trio is back.
Oh my God.
The Terror Twins, we're back.
I would like
Yes.
everyone to know that I am indeed wearing a Terror Twins t-shirt.
There it is.
Ayo.
Came prepared.
I'm with it.
Mine
Ladies
just
and
says
gentlemen.
Mine just says dream on it.
Hey, we're all dreamers here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Nightcap. Thank you all for joining me here late night where you're located across the country. It's an absolute honor. It's an absolute pleasure to have all four of you bright-minded content creators, podcasters together talking about the big NXT debut on the good old CW network. Now, I've got a couple bones to pick about this, but we'll start here with Torin and Tortellini. Overall tonight, what did we think of the CW's first episode of NXT? Let's go to Torin first.
You went to me first.
Of course. You had that look.
I thought it was fine. Like literally it was fine. Maybe you should go to my partner next.
Okay. So let's go to Tortellini next. What do we think here of this first episode of NXT on the CW?
Say 7 out of 10.
Okay. All right. I like it.
That is my official rating, and I will explain why as we
progress, as we dive
It is
deeper into everything.
it's a generous rating from us, a generous one.
It's a generous rating. Well, championship culture, fellas. Let's go to Hugh here. What did you think here tonight of the debut episode of NXT on the CW?
I think the finish was a little dry in the main event, but I'll give it a solid 8.5. Let's go 8.5. Because nothing's perfect.
8.5.
Good
All
answer.
right,
Good
all right.
answer. Good answer.
We're gonna get some insights from Hugh later on as we go through each segment and match. And last but not least, look at those belts shining in the background. Look at that smile shining here in the forefront. Custom guy Brandon, what did you think about the first episode of NXT on the CW?
So I'm gonna look at it probably different than everybody else because I always think about premieres. Will I remember it? And as much as it's, it should make me want to go back and watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch the premiere of Collision when Christian versus Kenny Omega before I watch this. And that's saying a lot because this wasn't a lot. It wasn't memorable. NXT does so well in front of bigger crowds, like their pay-per-views, PLEs, I'm sorry, are always good. And I was like, all right, they got a live crowd. They're in Chicago. The Chicago fans are going to pump them up, put some energy into it. And I'm going to have to give it okay. It's the start. If it wasn't for the belts, I probably would rank it lower. But the belts was a nice fusion into it. But it was like, oh, okay. I don't feel like we could go back and watch the first episode of SmackDown and enjoy it. You can go back and watch the first NXT when it was on network TV. You can find, you can go back and watch those first ones. This, I might not go back and watch it.
Can I say one thing?
It had good moments. I just didn't. I was like, eh.
I think the hype and the hoopla almost got combined or mixed up with next week's one because I almost thought Randy and Javon was tonight.
But see, I thought the tag match was tonight. And I was looking forward to the tag match. He was like, that's not tonight. I said, it's not. So I kind of was like, okay.
No, same.
Maybe they should have called it a 2-week thing, kind of like, spring break in to make it easier.
Oh,
yeah.
That probably would have felt better to me. Yeah. And maybe that's why I'm like, eh. And I just keep thinking back, like, what's on this, what from this card would I want to go back and be like, oh, this is a default match. You know what I mean? Like, because there's plenty of things in NXT. Ilya Dragunov in Trick. Ilya in Carmelo. Tiffany and oh my God, Chase You. Why am I drawing a blank? What's her name?
Thea Hale, yeah.
Thea Hale. I'll go back and watch those matches from the PLE matches. This doesn't have the same feel. I know it was just TV, but let's call it what it is. NXT usually delivers. This doesn't feel like memorable to me. It felt like
I'll be nice because I didn't take my adult nap today, so I'm like, maybe it was me.
But I also wonder if they may have toned it down a bit because Halloween Havoc is so soon.
Saving it.
Not saying that necessarily outweighs like a big network debut, but I don't know. It's close enough.
Is Halloween Havoc on pay-per-view or on TV? We said pay-per-view, right?
It's on the cock.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
On the who?
Yeah.
Hey.
You heard him.
Peacock. On Peacock.
It's on Peacock. I call it the cock.
It's
not a special this time. It's on a Sunday, right?
It's a special. It's a standalone event.
Special.
It's not a NXT
So
show.
that's why I was confused because last year they ran it on TV as like a 2-week special, and then I was like, 10/27. I was like, that's a Sunday. What are y'all doing? And I was like, oh my God, I'm.
Because usually they do like the week before Halloween and then the week of, so it's always not always. It always been like the 2-night special. It's always like, oh, what are they going to do? Because it's one night leads to the other. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
now we just get one night.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. But I'm just, and I guess, and I want to hold the show. I just feel like I'm more like now that you're saying that, I probably should have like, okay, maybe this was made to set up, or maybe they were doing that trope that I hate and I don't want to keep bashing that you promote so much I get confused what I want to watch.
Right. Because that's really what it was.
No, because I really did think that the tag match and Randy was today, not.
I thought the tag match was today as well. I think they advertised it as today.
I thought, it was.
They cut it till next week.
Yeah.
Maybe the belts might
I don't know.
The belts might not be ready.
Noticing.
Oh, good point. Belts not really ready.
Hashtag noticing.
Hashtag noticing. Overall, I think the show was good. I think I got to agree with kind of everybody with all of their thoughts. To be honest, it sounds like such a cop out, and I know. Listen, I'm not one to cop out, but each person here brought up valid points, especially Brandon. Will we look back on this show in 5, 6, 10 years and be like, man, that was a hell of a debut for NXT on the CW? I think he's asking the right questions because I don't think it is. 4 Sides of the Ring is here. You heard me call Brandon and Hugh the current reigning defending 3-count trivia champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, 3-count trivia is starting up soon. The wheels are in motion. These 4 are in 3-count trivia this year. Of course, Brandon and Hugh defending their titles. As well, Black Mass is making their debut this year. And you know me and the Prez Mike, we got the main event mics reuniting. So 4 sides, we're coming. Brandon, Hugh,
Watch
You mean
out.
a
main
lot
event
of
Mike and the
targets
president of the fan
tonight.
club?
Better.
The
A
president
lot
of the fan
of
club?
targets.
It's
Y'all
fine.
not gonna
Because you
beat
know what
me.
happened
Y'all
last
not gonna beat
You know
me.
what happened last year? We
Hey,
were
bro.
quiet. Everybody
Hey.
attacked us. They came after us, and we just kept on winning. Just kept winning. And then we took that
Y'all are
championship.
just lucky. They didn't let me in
Hey,
last
look,
year.
look,
Y'all
look.
are lucky. Y'all
You
are
know what
lucky.
We weren't
said?
even supposed to be in the competition.
You
You're
know what I
lucky
said
because
last time.
I wasn't available. So
This
you
is
got
what
lucky.
happened last time, right?
Oh, not
That
the
was
same
it,
place.
right?
Fuck.
That was it.
Yeah, the
Enough
matchup
said.
the people wanted. They wanted to see the Mikes versus championship culture. Unfortunately, Mike and I fell short. I think Martin kind of pulled the old Martin screw job on us. I think he saw some Montreal screw job tapes and was like, I know what I'm doing to these two.
That sounds
But
about right.
it's you got to stay on Martin's good side. Nit Ram said they said he's taking the next decade off because of the new champion that we saw tonight, crowned on
Love
NXT.
it. Live it.
So 3-count trivia might be in jeopardy. They might have to replace the host. And 4 sides, Brandon, they really want to know how you felt about Julia tonight. But I'm not going to let you tell us just yet because you see those belts behind this man. And tonight, HBK and the game, Triple H, kicked off the NXT era on CW. And obviously, before the show went live, we got a little taste of this. We got a little some shenanigans backstage. Just gotta.
Did he steal Trick's shorts?
I think he stole.
No, those
them
were
from
Shawn Michaels.
No, that was Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels
that was
shorts
the
from back
Shawn
in
It
the
was
day.
making what you call it, because remember they almost
No,
got canceled for that.
those are Nike shorts. Those are Tricks.
Shout out to my friend.
Hey, that's
My friends on the timeline. I need her to
we
draw.
We sure there weren't Cora Jades
in that hat.
We sure there weren't Cora Jades.
It's possible.
But listen, the real reason that I'm singling them out here is because of the unveiling of new championship belts tonight.
Look at them bad
Look at
boys.
NXT. So championship culture.
That's nice.
The men who talk about the championships throughout history. Talk to me about these new NXT titles, fellas. Whoever wants to go first, take it away. And of course, Black Masses, you're getting in here. I want to hear your thoughts after the belt expert.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I know Brandon's about to go off on it. The belts are beautiful, nice, simple, straight to the point. Nothing extra about it, and it complements like the gold complements the silver perfectly. Like everything about this belt screams just prestigiousness, and it's a good representation of the new brand.
Okay.
The evolution of a new brand. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I know Brandon's about to go off and I don't want to take any of his points. So go ahead.
Oh, please, Brandon, go off. Let's hear it.
So
I'm gonna let you get one last look because I want the people to see you say this. So one last look, and then we're coming right back to you now.
Okay.
All right.
So Mike, you might get my exclusive.
I'm miking it tonight. Listen, I'm rusty. The press gave me a vacation. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet and tell you this. This is the first time I think in WWE history where the women's belt looks better than the man's belt. The fact that both of the belts are exactly the same are the perfect mix of we're on the same playing field, but now it lost its, I want to say, separation because now, remember, the old NXT belts that were the man and woman looked exactly the same, just invert the colors. They kept them exactly the same. So now the men, it's kind of taking it away. It's giving me, and I know the internet, I can't wait till I see all these comments tomorrow, how everybody's going to redesign the belt. They're going to rehash it out. Because the first thing I saw when I glanced at it, it gives me that WWE ECW feel because it was black and silver, not seeing the gold. Like when you glance at it, you really don't see that much gold. But when you go to WWE shop, you see they are the same exact belt, except for women just across the top, the same color pattern, same everything. But the women belt just looks so much cleaner, looks more regal, looks more prestigious.
Why is
Something
that, Brandon?
about it. That white strap is just screaming, look at me. Like, and that's the thing about these belts. They have the traditional things of a globe, the logo, and the network, and where it's from, and that's it. You have no doubt that who are your top stars in this brand without a shadow of doubt. You don't have to guess. So is that the women's champion or is that the women's champion? Is that the world champion or is that it's without a shadow of doubt? You know who it is. And
exactly. That big old
last
globe
but
on
not
there.
least,
Of course,
yes,
it's nothing but the world, right?
Triple H and this team has done such a great job with these belts of still keeping what came before it, but paying tribute to it. So it's paying tribute to the previous iterations of the NXT title, but still with a modern feel. So you'll get more of a detailed breakdown tomorrow on, the flagship show, Wrestle Room Now podcast. So at 10:30 p.m. tune in. I'll have more of a detailed breakdown. I don't want to take up too much time.
I love it. What an analysis. Now to Black Masses and Constellations. Who wants to start it off? What do we think about these titles?
Go ahead, partner.
I'm not a belt expert like our good friend over here. These are pretty.
Literally shiny and pretty.
Like they're pretty.
That's
they're
it. I'm
clean.
with it. I like
they're clean. They're simple. Like they're not gaudy. These are clean. I like them. I have no issues with this.
I will say that I am glad that we took that little rainbow metallic out. Is it still there?
No, it's
gone.
Okay.
It's all gone.
Yeah,
that 2.0 is gone.
Yeah, it makes them look like a grown-up, different version of black and gold, if that makes sense. Like, obviously, black and silver. Like, this is like a new era. It's on the CW. They have, like, new memories to make on this network, starting with these belts.
They are now the third brand. I think we're creeping out of developmental.
We're getting
now.
closer. We're getting closer.
That's what I was.
No pun intended. This was the debut of that.
I have one more thing. One more beef with it. I have a beef with it.
Oh.
There's no tip.
He loves belt tips. He loves the tip.
Come on, man. A nice well-designed belt tip. Come on now.
No tip.
I think this might be because the tag belt didn't have tips, but
always
the world title always had a tip. But now it's like, nope, I'm okay. But it still kept it. It's a lot of little nuances, but
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like you just said, and it sounds like something I might have said a little earlier before the show. I think this is the beginning of the third brand, not of the development. I think they're going to start saying Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Because they've been slowly but surely feeding it to us. They've been Andrade and Carmelo match that they have to say 2 former NXT World Champions. It's a reason that they're telling.
Oh, y'all don't know.
NXT
we have been doing this for the whole summer. We've been trying to cultivate this on Mike's podcast alone. You don't know.
And Mike knows how I feel about NXT.
Say something bad about him. Say something bad.
For me, the belts, it's exactly what Tortellini said. When I saw the unveiling, when I looked at this belt, I said, that right there is now officially the third world title across WWE.
Quite literally in black and white.
Literally in black and white.
NXT back at what is that? War Games? Survivor Series.
Listen,
I'm so happy you said that because I was going to ask you guys, do we think next year is it back to Raw v SmackDown v NXT when it comes
next
to Survivor
year? Yes, for sure.
And where does TNA come into that?
That's another one.
Hey,
TNA is this year because they got to give the new NXT time to cook so they can do that next year.
Okay.
Or could it be NXT versus TNA?
That's
and let them two go against it like Raw and SmackDown go against. Or do Worlds Collide. They could always bring back Worlds Collide.
That's also true.
They could.
Well, now you're asking for too much.
Went nowhere.
Well, we can bring it back. We are single-handedly reviving Worlds Collide.
Before we go too far in the show, I just want to know, did you notice something with the intro?
What about it?
Yes.
What did you notice, Mike?
We got Lil Wayne on a wrestling.
No. Beyond the music, did you notice something about the intro?
That they included Stephanie Vacour, the black and silver. No,
I'm so disappointed. You might. If you look at the intro, how WWE has been doing intros, when they show their superstars, it's always male heavy. This was the first time an intro centered around the female superstar. If you go back and watch it, it's like almost like a 70-30 split. They were highlighting the females.
That is true.
To the point, it was like, is this the exact opposite of what we were saying? I was like, because I know Shawn Michaels is doing great with the female wrestlers to the point now it's just becoming wrestling, which it should have been always equal playing field. Just give me a good match. I don't care who it is. If it's trash, just because I said the women's match is trash, that doesn't mean I hate women's wrestling. It's just that it's trash. Just like the men's match. If it's trash,
doesn't mean
trash.
I don't want to see it.
Right. They are horrible. They're not
do it better next time.
Yeah. And when you watch that intro, it brought me joy because I was like, that's perfect. And it was because we know it was certain people were left out, but I think they might do something. You know how they sometimes update it and when they change people in and out,
switching up.
You know, and I was like, I'm okay with this because these are the people that you got to introduce to a new audience on the CW and boom, catch their attention. You know what I mean? It was like, okay. And they weren't like Attitude Era, how the women was dressing. It was in their wrestling mode. And I was like,
they were all in ring. I did pick up on that. Everybody was in ring. There wasn't like a cutaway of someone doing something backstage.
They do have on their matching uniforms. They do.
He also said all his favorite people in one place. So much love to Chano. You know, when Chano's on the show with me, things get a little off the the air. We're talking needles in the mouth, chlamydia, punting babies.
All types of craziness.
I believe it.
My girl,
he do like punching babies. He do like punching babies.
Logan's got a lot he wants to get off his chest. So I mean, like,
you haven't met Chano. If you met Chano, you would understand why.
We got into like a whole.
Oh, you don't know Chano. You still have not met.
About like, you know, Randy Orton's on a flight with you, and like, you know, like your girl gets RKO'd or Randy Orton like punts your baby or something. Like, what are you gonna do to Randy Orton? I was like, was my baby crying on the flight? You know, if he was or she was, then
now let's
justified punt.
I guess.
He said, "Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland, one of them will have to die to end their feud." Like he was like, "You just got to kill them. They just have to die. One of them just has to die."
That's kind of the truth.
That's kind of
that storyline.
I mean, he's actually being for real. He being for real.
But he said it. I was like, I think we were all thinking it. But he said it. He said it with conviction. He said it with conviction. Yeah, he said it with conviction. He's like, somebody got to die at this point. I was like,
we already know
that. I was thinking it too.
Why are the authorities not after Hangman? But that's another show.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Imagine if he's your co-host every week. I mean,
it's wrestling.
That sounds like an absolute blast. I mean, he can be on it. He can come on every episode. I mean, the man's a working man, you know. So we got to see.
Mike, that's a terrible idea. But what time?
What time? To be fair, Swerve was murdered on TV. No, he really was.
He got he put night. He went night.
I mean,
what was in the needle? Hangman?
Hey, son,
plutonium.
Plutonium.
It was COVID.
That's exactly.
The Mpox. God, I hope not.
Oh God. Oh,
we're gonna get canceled.
I know.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Cancel me today.
Logan says he hates Shawn Michaels. Oh boy.
Whoa.
I mean, I know why he hates Shawn Michaels. If you're not aware, Logan is a regular with us on the Nightcap. He fills his pup up every night with a little mouthing off with Mike before bed. And I have come to know that he is a big Japanese women's wrestling fan. So I know that he is not happy about the result of tonight's NXT Women's Championship match. And this is a beautiful segue. The segue game is back, ladies and gentlemen. So let's talk about the NXT Women's Championship match with the champion, the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, defending against women's wrestling sensation, the beautiful Madness, Julia. And let's go. I want to just play hop around. Let's go to Tortellini to start this off. What did you think about this championship match to kick off the first match on CW?
This match went better than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I was very nervous because I am very new to the Julia train, but I've been watching some of her matches. I'm like, oh no, like she's about to headbutt that baby back to preschool. Yikes. So I wasn't really sure if Roxanne would float, but this went well. I knew she wasn't. I knew Julia wasn't winning this. I knew she wasn't winning this. There was no way.
They were trying to make us believe it.
Not me. Because why? I don't believe in fantasy booking.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
That's a bar.
No,
That's a bar.
But I will say I kind of wanted it to be Stephanie that popped out.
That's what I was thinking.
Just to like call back to their New Japan beef. but no.
Okay.
I'll stop there.
All right. We'll stop there. All right, let's go to Hugh. We're just gonna hop around. We're gonna hop around here.
She surprised me too with the just adapting to the style. They had a pretty good chemistry. I definitely thought that Roxanne was gonna go over because if she lost the belt, what's next for her? You gonna put her on the main roster and get lost in the sauce? Like, let's be honest. You know, she's a great talent. She's a great talent, and I would hate for her to go to the main roster and just not do anything. You see what I'm saying? So
we're seeing it happen.
Yeah. So I'm glad that Cora Jade came out, and maybe they can start up something. They will start something back. Start a feud up. But I was looking forward to Stephanie coming out for sure, and I thought he was gonna play off of a storyline where all three of them are going back and forth, and it might end up into like a triple threat or something like that, and they can exchange belts through those three. But overall, I thought the match it delivered. It did what it was supposed to do. But I didn't see Julia winning.
No, but that will be a match that I probably would rewatch.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of this entire night.
Okay.
Great way to start the show for sure.
I like it.
And I also appreciate that this might be a hot take, but I appreciate that they're letting Julia keep her Joshi style, because they easily could have been like, hey, go over to whoever makes everybody's gear and just go get one of them. Thanks. They could have easily done that, but I like that they're letting her keep her flashiness.
All right. So you're telling us they could have hit her with the no on the gear, but they said no. Shout out to Tumbo.
I know,
let's
right?
Go to
Rest in peace.
Let's go to Torrent. Rest in peace to him. Pete Rose, Ken Page, Oogie Boogie, the voice of Oogie Boogie.
Cancel
today.
John Amos, all of them.
Oh,
Earth is closed.
Christopherson. Man, it was a weird week in the celebrity and sports world.
Very weird week.
Torrin, I'm sure you can give us some insight into the whole astrology mind workings behind that on your podcast at some point this week. But I want to hear your thoughts first on this championship match to kick off the CW era of NXT.
All right, friends, I'll be honest with you. I arrived to the program 25 minutes late. Fought with my DVR as best I could, but it didn't pan out for me to see this match. I saw the beginning, didn't see the action, so I cannot speak on what I do not know. But from what I did see, Cora Jade came out at the end. Interested to see where we take it from here. I saw the streets acting like Julia probably was going to get the belt off Rox tonight. The streets were acting like it, but just something, I couldn't be swayed. I literally could not be swayed.
I knew she wasn't I knew she wasn't winning, but it wasn't going to be a clean win. She was going to get distracted by somebody. I just thought it was going to be Stephanie.
You two guys may not know, but I don't know what it is about threes. I got to see 3 good matches out of you. Some people do not know who Julia is still. They just watch TV on Tuesdays. So until you show them her fighting whoever in a nice way 3 times, then they're going to be like, all right, yeah, put it on her. I done seen her before. I know what she do. I know what she going to do next time. So It's just like right now, it's just, we're like we were just saying, what is Rox going to do if she drops the belt? So it's kind of, we're at that limbo of Julia's more or less established or getting established, and Rox needs to get ready to give her a good match on her way out. Or whoever she drops it to, honestly. It could be Big Steph. It could be Big Delta. It could be some other people.
Hey.
All right, let's hear the guy. What do you got for the people, guy?
So in my unbiased nature,
when
I say because I had to put my bias to the side, right? And I'm so glad that y'all are going to make this easy for me, because of the simple fact everybody on this panel has said in a roundabout way, the only way they saw Roxanne winning is by some kind of screwy finish, which helps my argument that I don't like Roxanne. I don't believe in her. I don't get behind it. But y'all just proved as to why. Because when Gunther was tearing it in NXT UK, NXT on the main roster, how many times did he have somebody interfere for him just to win? He just won. So whether you like him or hate him, he won. Right?
But I mean, that's a 6'4" Austrian man.
I have a
point. I'm saying, pound for pound, if you're going to build up this person that she's the it, She has all of this, everything. She's this. She's 5 foot nothing, wrestling a woman that would literally rip her to shreds. Even
Don't
no
you
matter
talk
who you
about
put her in the
Rock.
ring with.
Hey,
I'm
man.
saying, I don't see it. None of her matches has landed for me to make me say, "Oh, that was okay. I'm with it." Just something about her doesn't connect. But because y'all are so eager to say y'all saw a screwy finish, that proves it. So y'all really don't even believe in her in a roundabout way. If you think about it, if you didn't think that she was going to go beat Julia, who to me, pound for pound, came from that style of wrestling where we got people like Asuka, Io.
You
Kairi
headbutt
Sane,
first and punch later.
Tony,
But we
Tony
talking about-
Storm, all of these stars, right? Julia comes from that same upbringing. She doesn't have the star power in the United States yet. She's getting there slowly but surely. But to usher in a new era, like the WWE has taught us to do, I really thought Julia was going to be the one with her hand raised, so that way we can see a Cora Jade go and build up these other stars because everybody has built her up. Now you got to
Can I
do some
counter?
work.
Can I
Give me
counter?
1 second. Give me 1 second. So
I
now
was about
you
to
spent
say,
all
hey.
this time building her up, right? She's this unstoppable force at 5 foot nothing. She done beat every star on the roster. She done talked all her trash. She's the greatest thing. Now put your money where your mouth is and help other stars get to that point. So that way, if you get another title reign, because let's be honest, she's been through, just like our friend Cora Jade, she's been through the 2.0, the
Yeah.
black and gold down this. I mean, outside of injury, that was she was gone. Now she's back. I just wish we would have, we all remember when Asuka came in. We remember when Kyrie. We remember Io. The good thing about them, they had a dance partner that made you pay attention to them. Remember, Athena was the one to try to take down Asuka, but they saw that and said, separate those two. Right? Kyrie Sane had Shayna Baszler. Kyrie had anybody on the roster because she was just turning it up. It didn't matter who.
You're not wrong.
Now you put her up so far on the pedestal, who can take her down? If one of the best women wrestlers on the planet right now couldn't, who else is going to do it? I don't believe it. I just don't. It's got to be a screwy finish, like y'all all said, and that's probably why they kicked it. No, I'm saying, but y'all all said it right about way. I just wanted to.
Not.
Who's next?
If you're looking at it from a business perspective, yes, it has to be that way. Business and creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense.
Creative wants it to be screwy. But my thing is, why can't she just win?
Because it doesn't make sense in the storyline.
All right, so
because either way, I feel like if it wasn't
being screwy.
Who? Which one?
Your girlfriend.
Which one?
Naya.
That's because that's big sexy right there. What you talking about? That's big sexy. She won stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I was about to curse, but I'm gonna keep it clean.
Ronda Rousey won as a fake heel without she just won. Charlotte just won. She did as many times. Charlotte might have had a screwy finish. Charlotte had those matches where she just won. She just won.
But she's also a heel persona. That's her.
Charlotte was
right now.
A heel,
but that's her
heel that every
right
time
now.
she came back, she won the title. That's her persona.
But that's her stick right
Charlotte
now. That's
was fed everybody, and nobody could touch her.
I'm making a valid point. We're not going to take this whole show.
But I'm gonna shut up because
I will call you later, and I will curse you out later about it.
Not this. Please.
I mean, hey, for the ratings, for the reviews, for the chaos. I mean, I'll pay your swear jar money.
Listen, I got $1.
I'm just saying. Yeah, and that's just my take on it, and that's what I'm like. And I think my frustration with Roxy comes from a place of Willow was there much better. They put the faith in her. It fell flat, and Willow has literally proven herself time and time again. To my point that Willow should have been the one with the Rocket in ROH. Willow
understand that.
Yeah. And I think that's why I can't get past. I had blondies when it come to Roxy. Because every time I see him, just like, now Cora Jade, the great value version of AJ Lee is back. I don't want to see that. Of all people to help her, somebody ain't doing nothing.
Say her name and she'll appear here. Cora Jade made a return.
But what? This is like her 27th return, right? I'm just gonna say, all right, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go in the corner.
She's
I'm gonna go to
edited
the
this
corner.
one.
No, I mean, listen.
I'm sorry. What did you call her?
The Great Value, AJ.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You know how you go to Walmart and they have
need
like
you
the
to
national
know.
brand, then they have Great Value. And
I
she's
just
the Great
need you to
Value
know
version.
that I have tears in my fucking eyes.
She tell me she's not the Great Value, AJ Lee. Go ahead, lie to me. She's even sucked up to CM Punk. AJ Lee, like, girl, please stop. Like, just okay, we get it. You're a skater chick. Okay. Next gimmick. Who else hasn't copied that? Stop it.
Dude, four sides of the ring's losing their minds in the comments
An
with this. They also said 3,500 an episode. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. And for that reason, I'm out.
episode.
An episode. Yeah, no, there's too many episodes per week, folks.
But that's I know I'm very
wow.
opinionated. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
Wow.
aren't you the champion of that?
Yeah, I won the first round of opinionated, but we ain't gonna talk about that because that's a sensitive subject for Mike.
I mean, I won the consolation bracket. I'm in.
You did. It
I'm
was.
in.
I got
Somebody
pretty far
forfeited.
myself.
And I'm not saying-
if
and I'm
if
not
you
saying
allow
that
me to
you're-
talk.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, but just know that there are certain things I do agree with you on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Can
know
I say one thing?
I hear you.
And I'll let it go.
Absolutely.
I hear you.
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
this one, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm ready.
Please, Torin.
You're
Say
good.
your
You're
Change
thing.
my
good.
mind.
Because
Change my
I'm
mind.
just as wordy as you, but Mike done told us we can't be here all night before. So I'm going to condense it. I just honestly think the Roxanne Perez thing, it's because the heel thing for her, so young, so cutesy, so it doesn't look right. It does not look natural. But over this summer, her braided ponytail, just this bad little kid attitude, even how she acts with CM Punk, like it feels
It's like the bad little
right.
sister.
Literally, it feels like something that has been correctly cultivated, even to the point where it's not even done. Like literally, I feel like y'all said, like Julia came into this match doing her Joshi style, doing some good moves and giving Roxanne a good fight, and Roxanne had to adapt to her. But what does Julia know about the NXT parking lot? Nothing. Roxanne had to show her it gets dirty in these streets. Sis.
She ain't been in the streets
Maybe
yet.
next
That's why
time,
she ain't
but
been in
not
the
parking
tonight.
Talk to her.
Julia hasn't
not
had to fight
tonight.
for her life in that parking lot yet.
Now, do I want to see her
at
and
the
poor
parking lot.
Jay
She ain't get her
be friends
initiation.
and fight over the
She
belt?
didn't get her
No.
initiation.
Look, she didn't catch her outside. She lucky she caught her in the ring. But all I'm saying is,
Okay.
CM Punk, what's that girl name? Roxanne Perez, you better leave my Scorpios alone. They can show y'all some hate for real. They can show it to y'all. Y'all better leave them alone.
Right. I mean, Punk is making Drew a friendship bracelet. That's just peak hate.
That is his lover.
That's his lovers, but that's peak hate. But that's not the topic for tonight.
But all I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, as much as a good amount of people know Julie is a force, there's 10 times as many people that still don't watch NXT on a weekly basis that does not know who this lady is. So that we can avoid the Mariah May issue of someone kind of still trying to build up their character with the belt, we should let Rox cook or finish cooking or take it out the oven so she can hand it to Julia. I don't know. I don't trust her to cook. I don't
It's
trust
an
her to
introduction
cook yet.
phase. Introduction phase.
Thank you.
It's like Shinsuke when he came over. You talked
But
about
when
it before.
Shinsuke came, he had
There we go.
a date video package.
He just won up.
You know my Shinsuke.
See,
Yeah.
he just wants to be difficult
Shinsuke
tonight.
had the. All right, I'm shut up then. Go ahead.
No, go. You good. You got it.
No, not at all. Who was Shinsuke first match though? Who was Shinsuke first match with
You
though?
got it, man. You got it.
Who was the first match? Go ahead and say it.
All I was gonna say is that he needs to be.
Who was his first
introduced
match?
to the style?
Who was his first match? Go ahead and say it.
You gotta answer
All right,
the
Mike. Go
question,
ahead, Mike.
dog.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay.
He's not.
Sami Zayn.
That's exactly.
It was El Generico Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
He was still in his El Generico fit. He was still in that match.
Lucha Sammy.
Holds up.
Yeah.
Yep. That match holds up. And Shinsuke, he proved himself to the audience really quickly, but that match helped set him apart from the rest of the talent.
Okay.
That makes
All
sense.
right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Listen, I'm gonna put my 2 cents in here because I feel like everyone kind of took the good stuff to say here. And I have no problems whatsoever with that because that right there was pure entertainment for the last, I don't know, whatever it was. Solid match. it exceeded my expectations of what I was expecting between these two for not locking up in the ring, for, the clash of styles. The Cora Jade thing, I mean, I said it on the Nightcap a few weeks ago. I said Cora Jade returns, depends on the injury. She's somehow gonna help Roxanne, or I thought it was gonna go the other way, where she cost Roxanne the belt because they had beef before.
I definitely thought that.
So I was like, she's in the mix somewhere here. I didn't see her helping Roxanne, but now I see this as what we all kind of knew was coming. Roxanne is not leaving NXT without a title match against her BFF, her former BFF, Cora Jade. We know that.
Are we sure?
I am.
They
I
have
am
one.
100%. As long as those ACLs hold up, that match happens.
But Mike, you got to think about it like this. We're so worried about people getting called up from NXT. We got to understand that it's something for them there. True. They don't have to go to Raw or SmackDown, because think about what happens when people come back to NXT. Sometimes this is a better career in that sense than it is on Raw or SmackDown. So keeping them there, I mean, they lost like a lot of their talent under the last.
I mean, they got cleaned out.
Yeah. But then guess what happened? That some other people step up. And we're still getting people that want to go to NXT and have these great matches. And it's not a bad idea that they go back.
No, I've been saying that all along. I've been saying that with people that are floating around SmackDown and Raw that we haven't seen in a while. I'm like, put them back in NXT. Like, I don't even care what they're doing.
There are still some people who
get their faces out there. Get their faces out there so everyone knows that they're still like in the ring, I guess.
Facts.
If Stephanie Vaquer's first two matches aren't with Michin or Caden Carter, like, bro, put these matches on NXT. Get these people on TV. Like, easy things to do.
Easy.
Mm-hmm. Not wrong. Logan wants to see the three-way with Stephanie and Roxanne and Julia and maybe Delta. I guess we'll see what happens, guys. I mean, we know there's another top-tier woman coming to NXT. Any last thoughts? Do you feel like we pretty much?
I think we've beaten this 4-horse to death.
We beat this 4-horse down.
We beat it.
So I still have more to say, but we can move on.
Torrin talked about the streets, and well, we had a street fight here tonight. Former best friends turned bitter enemies, Wesley and Zachary Wentz, went out there tonight in Chicago and had themselves a street fight. I like the finish of this match, folks. Let's go to the people. Let's see what they thought. Let's start with Hugh. What'd you think of the street fight?
I think it was a good fight overall. The storyline played out well. We already knew that Wesley was going to win on NXT, on WWE television, because he couldn't beat, like Brandon said earlier, we was talking, he couldn't beat the X Division champion when he came over the first time, but he's not champion anymore. So go ahead and beat him. Finish this feud off for at least now. You might be able to revisit him maybe on TNA TV. Who knows? But honestly, I'd rather see just a regular singles match between them two. I didn't need all the street fight shenanigans and all that stuff. No. It was a good match. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but like them two dudes can go.
Look, they can go. They go too hard.
Facts, like you know what I'm saying. So I'd rather see a regular.
They went a little. Yeah, they went a little too hard for me because Zach overshot that table.
Oh, wait, my turn.
He's gonna need an ice bath. He's gonna need some chiropractor.
Somebody get that baby some ibuprofen and a juice box because this is.
He did it so good. He barely touched the table. I'm like,
barely.
Yeah.
He definitely protected him.
Mm-hmm. I mean.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that match, man.
A psychopath, bro.
Okay, let's go to Tortellini. She brought it up. She talked about the table spot. What'd you think about this here tonight?
I agree. This didn't need a stipulation at all. That was just like them by themselves in the ring are already extra as hell. Thanks. I didn't need to see Wesley getting. How do you throw a shopping cart at somebody?
That was insane.
I don't understand the table thing. I'm just still stuck on the table spot. I don't know what else happened after that. I was stuck on the table spot. But overall, like you said, Wesley wasn't losing on Fed television. That was not happening. Yeah, I just didn't need the stipulation. Y'all could have just had them scrap for real. Like you could have put them in like a 60. You could have put them in like an Iron Man classic or something. Like I just didn't need all the extra stuff.
2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, why not?
Something like
different.
a normal stipulation, not where it involves outside things.
But I get it. It fits the storyline though. The street fight.
Yeah,
we got to finish this. But like, we ain't need it.
I mean, he caught him backstage, so it had to be a street fight.
Yeah.
And he also had that man's fiance's name all in his mouth, you know?
Yeah, he did mention Miss Gigi, and those are indeed mouth.
Oof.
Those are indeed automatic fighting words.
Yeah.
So, you know, it happens. Tortellini, not Tortellini, Torin, what do you got?
I will say, I will go against the grain. I liked the fact that it was a street fight. Like y'all said, especially since we are building on whatever this beef is, this ongoing rivalry, this hate, this brotherly, friendly hate that they have between brands, between people. So the fact that it was a street fight was fine. I will say that it could have been toned down a little, but you know, that's just me. I don't want nobody to get hurt for real. And the velocity that Mr. Wentz went across that rope, he did not touch that table. If he did, it was by this much that he touched that table.
I mean,
so
by the split end.
Skin of his teeth. In the explosivity department, yes, we need that in a tag match. We love to see the hot tags, but for this, you need a slobber knocker. Y'all need to slow it down. You know we love submissions like literally scream in his face, rub a chain in his forehead. I don't know. So, like I said,
Yeah, that's crazy.
All I'm saying is,
please.
I know that we saw their first match against each other on some pay-per-view, maybe a month or two ago. We talked about it on Mike's show, and we said that not only did it not feel like a grudge match, I still don't know who Zachary Wentz is, and I will give him props because in the last month or so, he has done a good job in a roundabout way of showing and telling us who he is.
Fair, because I'm not a TNA girly, but
not at all. I didn't see him on NXT either. So all I know about him is what they tell me about him, what they can convey to me. And I will say that he's done a good job on his end of getting across what was missing from their last fight.
Agreed.
So, I mean, he can't stop how fast he can go across the ropes, but shit.
That's fair.
I wonder if he got backstage and was like, damn, did y'all see that?
No, they probably got him first, like, bro,
100%.
No, I know 100%. For sure he did because I would do the same shit. I would have been like, no, wait, I just did that. Did y'all see that?
That was insane.
I do.
That was crazy.
Guy, what do you got, man?
I get both sides where it should have been a street fight, shouldn't have been. I get both sides, and I just like Wesley, and I think this was more for Zachary Wentz. Well, for Wesley to show a grit side or down dirty, because I was so sick of the I lost, look at me. I was like, come on now, just let
it's time for me to go.
I was like, quit crying at me.
I gotta retire.
In the words of Rhea Ripley, nut up or shut up.
Facts.
Pretty much. And I'm glad that they had this match. It showed his range. And I couldn't remember, and I might have to go back into my TNA vault and see. I can't remember them ever doing a grudge match like this as a tag team. I couldn't remember if the Rascals were ever in something like this. So I was thoroughly impressed at what they could do. I thought it was funny when you remember the spot where he hit him with the kendo stick and he jumped a couple times like, man, that really hurt. Hold on. You can kind of see like some emotions as they're like, we used to getting hit with this kind of stuff. And it was like, it was like, oh, hold on. Let me get my
right.
So it had a lot of little things. And plus, because you had where it was placed in the car was perfect because Chicago get them going again because this had a lot of those spots that would get them going. So I wouldn't care if it was a singles match or a grudge match as long as they wrestle. I think they might be done for a while that they can revisit it at like World's End or if they're going to do like team this or team that, and they can be the opposition against each other. So all in all, okay.
I told Mike on a prior recording that we did that if they reintroduce the third member of the Rascals, that he turns heel with Wesley.
She did cook that up, and I was like, damn.
You did.
Dirty.
That was
Could we
spicy.
see Trey?
It would
could
be
Trey
so
do it?
unexpected. He looks so innocent, and I don't know him to be heel ever. Like, but I'm assuming he's done that at some point.
He
You
was
talking-
when they left him by himself, and he spray painted the title.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
he was
yeah.
the heel. There,
Vision,
remember?
yeah. Trey Miguel
Yeah.
did have that heel run. That's right.
Oh,
What
Damn,
you
I
call him,
forgot
Brady?
about that.
You call him what? Ricochet Jr.
Yeah.
No,
the
he's
Ricochet.
Hello?
He's good Ricochet.
He's Timo
Yeah.
Ricochet. He's Timo. If you order Ricochet off of Timo,
I thought you said T-Mobile Ricochet, and I was like,
Hey,
damn.
no,
He
no.
did.
Damn.
He tried to fix it. He did.
I was like, damn,
Damn.
wait a minute.
Damn. Oh, wow. So,
But that's
I
why
like
Triple H was like, "Go ahead, Ricochet. Go ahead and play with those guys at AEW.
Bye.
I'm gonna get this. I see a toy over there. I'm gonna get. Don't worry, I'll get that one.
He said,
Bye.
hold on, I
I
got
know.
one of you
We
at
got another
home.
one.
Right.
We got another one across.
Hey, I got
the
one of
street.
y'all
He
on
gonna
back order right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, and he'll be ready. I got him.
Oh,
I'm not even
shit.
being funny. Isn't he like injured though?
Nah, fuck.
Yeah,
is he?
didn't he get injured in the last?
He had a dang.
Cat
He
last
just had
taping?
surgery. He just had surgery
Okay.
on his shoulder or
Poor
something.
thing. So my back
Nah, he'll
order.
be
Okay.
back.
So he really is on back order.
He really is.
He really
That's
is on
the-
back
fire.
order.
That's crazy.
Literally back order.
That's why
Literally.
they didn't have him on that tag match. Remember, because they were supposed to challenge for the tag titles in NXT,
Oh yeah, and they had to change.
Yeah.
and that's when the bloodline
match.
showed up and all that. Yeah,
And the street.
Don't
Oh,
remind me. Don't remind
Yeah, don't
me.
remind me of that.
Who authorized
Oh.
that?
And why was Jacob Fatu around the kids?
Hey,
I love
Who
you,
let
Solo
Jacob Fatu
Sikoa.
near my kids?
Solo,
I love you, Solo.
you are my
Yeah.
tribal chief. I love you.
I love you.
So when I went to SmackDown in DC, I shit you not, he stood like this the entire match.
The whole time, right? Just
The whole time. He did not break. I'm not kidding you. If the camera wasn't on him, he was like this the whole time. He did not break. That is commitment.
my arms would have been tired. I'd be like, look,
Doing
bro.
the rest of the show like this from now on.
Pause. Y'all know
I
Sexy
love
Red's
you, Black
supposed to
Mass.
perform
I love
next
you,
week
championship.
Oh, yeah.
on NXT.
Absolutely.
What'd you say
Get
to
it
me?
Sexy.
I said
Get
Black
it
Masters.
sexy. Hey, get it sexy.
Wait, are we talking
Hey,
Sexy
hey.
Red?
Yeah,
He'll be in there next week. That's Shawn Michaels' girlfriend.
it is.
On
man.
my
Oh,
programming?
no. Yeah, did you
Yeah.
miss when she unveiled the whole NXT North
You made
American
me-
Women's Championship
You
during the
made
summer?
me disintegrate. You made me disintegrate.
I
No,
No, I'm just like
She
she's
about to
coming
get
back
this
I
money.
plead
again.
the fifth on
Again.
Sexy
Yeah,
Red.
She
she's come
gonna
back
sing a
again.
song, girl. She gonna sing a song.
She got a whole
whole song.
performance.
First of all, I don't know. I don't know who retweeted it, got it on my timeline a couple weeks ago. But did you see that she has like lip gloss? Like,
We're
and
not
did
gonna
you
talk
see
about
some
that.
of
We're
the-
gonna get
can
canceled.
we-
We're not gonna
no?
talk about that.
Yeah. All
Mm-mm.
right. Very good.
Mike,
All right,
next match
thank
to
you.
the main event. To the main
Thank
event.
you for to the next match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Ms. TV with the Don D'Angelo.
Oh, he been waiting for this.
No,
I know. This
and
is
the
all Mike.
ruler
I'ma
over
let
him
the
have
bed.
his
moment.
Yeah,
Right.
go ahead, big
Chest
dog.
hair.
Let him
There you
rock.
go. Look at it.
There
Look at
you
it.
go.
Did
There
you
you
grease
go.
up your chest hair? He greased up his chest hair just for this.
No, none of that.
With the gold chain.
None of that.
Wow.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm going to tell you right here. I've been saying it for months. I've been saying it for what feels like eternities. But the Don is going to win the NXT North American Championship
Hear me?
next week in St. Louis, baby. That's all I got.
I don't know.
I hear
He can
you.
beat the ruler.
I hear you, but I think it's Halloween Havoc.
Oh,
Oh,
they can't
gets a
get
rematch
me
Halloween
away
Havoc?
with this.
He gets a little. I think the Dom gets another little injury or has like another little mental block after this because it's just gonna be a
Don't do
squash, right?
that.
I feel like next week is gonna be a squash. It's gonna wreck him
No.
real bad, and then he's gonna come back spooky season real strong. I'm telling you.
Mm.
He's really going to be
He's
Rocky.
gonna go sit in the garden with
He's
his
doing
coffee
Rocky.
and his tomatoes, get right
Not
with the
the
Lord,
garden.
and then he's gonna come back.
You're going to
He's
see
gonna
him in
garden
there.
those
No,
tomatoes in the
He gonna
garden.
have dinner
you know,
with
he's
his
gonna-
mother.
He
He
gonna be
gonna
there
have
hitting
dinner
With
with
the
his
Sunday
mother.
sauce.
I mean, listen, I'll tell you, from an
the
Italian
beef
household,
jabbing.
dinner with your mother heals a lot of problems.
He's
you know what I'm
He
tenderizing
gonna
the
have
beef.
dinner with his mother.
Right.
He's gonna come back.
Dun, 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 dun,
Fresh
dun, 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 dun,
This is
dun.
out of
Sunday
control.
Steps
dinner
right
with his
now.
mama. Sunday dinner. Halloween Havoc.
Gotta get the gravy. The gravy's been
Yep.
stewing since noon. You know what I'm saying? The
The
spaghetti
No,
homemade
ready.
pasta
yeah.
sauce.
The gravy's been
The
stewing
gnocchi.
since noon. We gonna act like he didn't say that? Okay.
The gravy. All right, listen. You know, you talk about the Sunday dinner when you talk about having spaghetti and marinara. Obviously, marinara is but you call it the gravy. Oh, mom's making the gravy this morning. Oh, all right, she's making the
I
gravy.
heard the sauce, but I think that's a regional thing.
It probably is a regional thing. It's probably got to be a deep-rooted New York East Coast Italian thing.
That's a
We're
regional
in the
thing.
South. My gravy is brown, sir.
Right.
My gravy is brown.
Yeah, that's what I said. The gravy
Yeah.
is still says that's not gravy anymore, sir.
At all. In the
Listen,
slightest.
you got the sauce, the gravy, tomato, literally. Literally.
That's the only time that
So-
analogy works.
Right.
Good
Yeah,
job.
that's it. I
That's it.
got a win on that tonight. Anybody got any thoughts about Ms. TV tonight about anything?
I was walking my dog. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
All right.
I just like the Dawn. You know I like the Dawn. Ever since
I just like
the NXT and the WrestleMania, I became more of a fan of his. I hate the gimmick, Mike. I just hate the gimmick.
Get
No,
off.
I'm not a fan of the gimmick at all. But
Get
as soon as
off.
somebody pointed out to me that he was like a college wrestler and like wrestled, I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
I
Is that
get
why
it
he's so
now.
good? That's
Yeah.
why
I
he's
get
so
it
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I get
Okay.
it."
He's literally
Because I wasn't
throwing
really
his
looking
weight
at him
around,
like
bro.
that. I wasn't really looking at him like that. And then somebody said that, and for some reason, it just switched in my brain to look at him like a little more technical. And I'm like, "Oh,
Yep.
That
no,
makes
that boy is
sense.
grappling.
The way that he wrestles, yeah, that's why
I
that's
believe
why he
that.
can hang with all. And I hate to say
That's
this,
why he can hang with the big boys."
Mike,
Mike,
that's
I
why
don't
I hate the promo because it's so racist. Because why does every Italian character have to have the same one? That's like if you put a black person on TV and their pants are sagging and chains around their neck, or the quote
I
unquote.
remember what OTM
others-
looked like, Shauna. You ain't slick.
Thank you. That's what I was great. You know, we gotta wear the khaki pants and the white beaters. Come on now,
The
we gotta
black
come
white
up with
beaters. The black ones.
Yeah, it's so bad. I think and I like it. I like Don. I think that
Yeah.
I think he's going to be the first one to be a true
Love me some Tony
Grand
D.
Slam champion in NXT. He's
Mhm.
probably going to be the
Probably.
first one.
And it's
How
gonna
many-
scare the hell out of Obafemi when Tony D'Angelo takes that belt off him.
How many days does he have left, Oba, before he breaks
I really think it's. I truthfully thought it was this week, but it probably might be.
I think it's next
maybe
week.
it's next week. I think.
Oh,
it
is that
next
going to be the
week.
stipulation? Does he pass
Ooh.
Wesley or does he lose it?
Oh
He
no
has
way!
to
They're
lose to the
not
dog.
gonna
So
do
if
that.
it, so maybe he wins.
Okay.
Maybe Obafemi wins, and then that way Tony comes back and he can beat the greatest one of all time, the greatest
See?
champion of all time.
See, my agenda
Ah.
lives, people. Halloween Havoc. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
there it is. Halloween
Mm.
Havoc.
It's gonna go
Damn,
down.
I'm gonna have
That's the
to
story.
wait. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this man to win singles gold. I'm gonna have to wait a little
I
bit
keep
longer. It
telling
sounds
you.
like. I
Didn't-
know,
didn't-
and I keep
didn't he
being
have the cup?
delusional.
Doesn't that count?
He did
Yeah,
have the
he had
cup.
the cup.
Yeah, but like
He did.
the
That's
North
Nip Ram's
American
favorite thing.
title.
That's Nip
You know,
Ram's
or-
favorite. He loves that cup.
You're not gonna take Charlie Dempsey's cup off of her man.
No,
And
yeah,
you
Torn
won't.
will.
You won't.
Torn
You
will
won't.
take
She
you out
will
back.
fight you over
Hey,
that.
I'm with
I'm
You gonna
already
have
up. Wait.
Listen,
Wait. What did
You're
you
gonna have
say?
to catch her in the parking lot, the
No.
NXT parking lot.
What, sir?
Hmm?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
What I say? Oh no, I
Yeah.
just said that. I just said that Tony had the cup. That's it. It was nothing
Oh,
bad
I
about Charlie.
thought you lifted your tongue to say something bad about Charlie Dempsey.
No.
Okay.
Charlie,
You gotta know,
Charlie guy.
fellas. She is the president of the Charlie Dempsey fan club.
And
I-
then Baby Regal.
And
Little
Baby
Regal. I was about to
Regal,
say Baby Regal. That's it.
Yes,
Baby
yes,
Regal.
I'm with
Baby
it.
Regal.
Regal's
man,
guy.
my man.
I'm with
He
it.
is.
Okay. Just making sure.
He needs some knee pads though. But yeah,
Yes.
He
Yeah,
do got
I
some
was like-
point. He do got
Yeah,
some
he had
point.
raw
He
dog in
needs
the
to
air
do.
with his knees.
That's
He just said, take
personal
those-
beef with me
take
with
all this
wrestlers.
knees.
Put some fucking knee pads
Put
on.
knee
Put your
pads
knees
on,
away.
He got lotion. I
big ashy knees.
I don't need to see your knees.
don't know, bro.
Right.
Oh, please.
That's how I know you technical for real
Look
with
like
them
his-
pointy knees, boy. Get on
Right,
the
facts,
stairs.
facts.
You got a lot of leg out. There's too much leg.
I'm seeing too much because between
Till
the
you
low cut
dragging
boot
off
and the
ain't no
trunks,
better.
Facts, yeah.
man, he ain't off the hook either.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, my
don't get me
You're right.
started on you, Tyler Bay.
Oh,
Ooh,
All right.
Forsyth is coming for you, Torrin.
He wishes he could.
What he said? He
Wishes
wishes
he could
wishes-
tie his father's boots.
Who is he
We didn't
talking
even bring him
about?
in the conversation. We just
he
called
talking
him
about
Baby Regal.
Charlie
he talking about
Dempsey.
Charlie, yeah.
Okay,
We
you
just called
know
him
what?
Baby
We're
Regal.
talking about Baby
Ah.
Regal.
I am going to take this moment to address all of the
Uh-oh.
people of the Mouthing Off with Mike podcast audience,
Oh, shoot.
the NXT audience, y'all, my
Here we
mama,
go.
if she could hear me. I need y'all to stop comparing Baby Regal to his daddy. He went out of his way to build these things for himself with no mention of his daddy, no picture, no reference. damn near I'm the only one that brought the shit up. And then the man on TV, this man been doing this. He got a gaggle of his little squad, his little group. I don't know how y'all snuck Ren St. Clair in there. I don't know how.
Yeah,
But Tor NXT will live. Tor NXT will live.
Tor
NXT. As long as y'all put the
NXT
gaggle on
we gonna act like
Dempsey.
she didn't say gaggle.
Hey, bro.
No, she did.
I was gonna leave it alone, but yeah.
No, that's fire though. I'm not even mad. Gaggle's good.
I said cohort. I said cohort at first. His cohort, his group, his gang, whoever he found in the streets of Blackpool to hang out with, Miles Bourne, Tavian Heights, bruh. Get out of here, bro. It's up and it's stuck for Charlie Dempsey. Don't play.
Oh no, they're beating the piss out of it. They said, "You see how Dom surpassed his father? Tell little Charlie to take notes." Now,
with the help of a woman. With the help of a woman.
I know who that is.
Dom
has to be the founder.
over here with his dad's last.
You know it's the founder.
That's Chano.
That's my guy.
No,
that's the founder.
That's Marcus.
The founder.
That's my guy.
That's Marcus Hernandez, the founder.
Not the government.
Fort Suzerain.
Yes. Right, the whole thing.
That is Nick Ram's older brother.
All right. We got to get into it.
Who's next on the card?
We got Jada Parker and Lola Vice versus the Fatal Influence. Any comments about this one? Or is everyone pleading the fifth?
I'm pleading the fifth, big dog.
Pleading the fifth. You putting a 5 up or
shoulder work? That's all I got. Shoulder work.
He said the hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel the vibe tonight. All right.
This didn't need to happen.
It didn't.
That's all I have to say. I'm done. It didn't need to happen.
Old girl just disappeared halfway through the match.
She pulled up Pac at All Out in 2020. In like 2022.
Why can't we just see Lash Cara versus somebody?
Like, come on now.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
on a damn pay-per-view. On a damn
Is that too much to ask for? And then
no
you'll
reason
piss
why they're
me
not
off.
tag champs.
And then you'll piss me off even more because now are we supposed to get a little program between Jade and Bianca and Fatal Influence? Because keep that far away from me.
No, look.
Well, there you go.
They
said it right here. Bianca, Jade, and Kalani standing tall tonight.
Love this image.
That's next
so
week.
Much.
Did you miss it?
Kalani looks so week? Awkward.
They're having a 6-man or they're having a 3-on-3 next week between them and then Jesse and them.
Who?
Girl said Jonathan said it. He said that. On the TV, he said it.
No, he didn't.
He did. Well, anyway, by Halloween Havoc, this is going to lead into Lash Cara versus Jade and Bianca. And my guess is that we get some type of interference from either Babyface Damage Control or our Spooky Girls. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, I'm so tired of the Spooky Girls.
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Okay, wait, we got to put some
they got their name back.
No.
I'll say one thing.
Let me rephrase that. I'm tired of seeing the Spooky Girls versus Jade and Bianca.
Thank you.
That's what
I'm tired of seeing that.
All right.
You mean the unholy union?
Yeah,
they got their name back.
The Spooky Girls. Yep. Go ahead.
No. Who was talking?
Oh. I'm tired of the Spooky Girls' booking, is what I'll say, since we're sharing.
I will just say there was no reason to take the titles off them, unify them, have them win them again just to lose them. You never should have unified the fucking titles in the first place.
Thank you. Look at that women's roster.
brought
it up. Look at that women's roster.
There was no reason, because now what do you do?
You could have a tag team division, a mid-card division, and a world division in your NXT with all them women, and you went and unified them like
Sean hates me. Sean hates me.
No reason for it. They better unveil them.
Jonathan are in a very, very bad relationship.
Maybe next week. Listen,
I'm gonna catch him in the parking lot.
Brandon said, we talked about the tag title match, maybe on the air, maybe off the air. It's been a while. We've been on the air for a while. Thanks to all of you for viewing the Nightcap here tonight and these amazing guests for being here this late. But maybe the women's tag titles aren't out of question. Maybe next week we see an unveiling with the new men's tag titles, if there are new men's tag titles. Maybe we're jumping the gun. Maybe there's plans. Because let's be real. They've started to rebuild teams in NXT on the women's side. There's no other reason for that unless they're going to feed them to Jade and Bianca. maybe there's tag titles coming in a new
You
tournament.
put tag titles on Fatal Influence, I'll knock all this shit over right now.
It should be Lash and Jakara. It should be Lash and Jakara.
Yes, it should be.
But
for a long
let's see what
period of
happens.
time.
Yes.
God
Yes.
damn it.
I saw a hand raised from the guy. What did you like to say?
I think it was building into Halloween Havoc to have a multi-women tag match. That's one. Two, we're going to get the new tag belts because what do they call it? The way down under, A-Town down under.
A-Town down.
Yes.
A-Town down under.
They have.
Oh,
they
he's
have
been waiting
to
for this.
win.
He's been waiting for this part.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead,
waiting.
go
Are you
ahead.
ready?
He's been waiting.
They
Go ahead.
have to win, so the Motor City Machine Guns can take it from them.
Oh,
Oh,
you're right. That's next week.
You're welcome.
Shit.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Everybody gonna be doing this in the audience. They're gonna bring this back.
we're gonna talk about that. That might be
very
next week on the
gorgeous
Nightcap. We might be talking a crazy debut. Logan told me Tony D'Angelo's not winning. Logan,
Whoa.
you're probably right, but like
you might be right, but those are fighting words right now.
But I agree with the
Fight words.
Halloween Havoc thing that he's going to do it at
Halloween
Halloween Havoc. If he doesn't,
I'm telling you,
he'll get
he's
it
gonna
back.
get
It's
beat
gotta-
so bad because they're still playing the whole thing that he's got this head case going on. That's gonna get to him next week, especially
He'll have
with
whole
it being
montage.
another debut type of thing, a really big stage feel. It's gonna get to him. It's gonna mess with him. He's gonna get it at Halloween Havoc.
It's
Sean, it's
literally.
too early.
they're telling Rocky 3.
I was
though,
about
that's
to
the
say
problem.
it's literally
They're
Rocky.
telling Rocky
Listen,
3. It's legitimately
I
Rocky
haven't
3.
seen
The
Rocky.
Pep
I haven't seen
the
Rocky.
pep talk from Rizzo a
I
few
saw the
weeks
first
ago to Tony was literally
very.
plucked right out of the beach scene from Rocky 3 when
Yes.
Adria oh my god, what's her name? His
wife.
His wife
Adrian,
literally
yeah.
tells him, Adrian is like, tell him, come on, Rock, like, fear, take that, use it, like copy and paste. So while we're on the subject of women, last thing we're going to touch on is this.
Oh,
Who could
is
it be now?
My baby.
Who could
That
it be
is-
now?
my sweet baby from down under.
Hold on, I missed that.
Delta.
That
Yeah, I
was
missed that whole
the-
thing.
Yeah,
That
I
was
missed
the
that.
video package
Delta,
they
baby.
showed.
And
of
if you
Delta.
notice, the signs 10/27 Halloween Havoc.
There it is.
Oh, I was wondering.
Damn.
Yeah. Gotta hit the highway, baby. I-10 by 10.
Let's go.
Yep.
Damn, Tortellini.
Halloween Havoc.
I need you with me to decipher some of these Wyatt 6 things because that was.
Who
I didn't
is
even
that?
notice
Oh,
I
that's-
couldn't tell who that was.
It's Delta.
That's
Delta.
Delta.
Oh, that is
She-
Delta?
Yes.
Delta Brady.
They in trouble.
Mhm.
Them
Oh,
women-
big trouble.
Them women got
Listen, big
problems.
Big problems. Rhea Ripley's already endorsed her because that's her Aussie baby. So we already got problems.
Oof,
Yeah.
imagine them two as a
She's
tag team.
big.
Oh my god.
Very big. Very
No,
big.
you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna let and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven come help her get warmed up to the style.
Of course.
Mm.
And guess what? And then it's gonna be Kalani that North American
It's-
title will disappear.
I thought
I
Steph was
love-
going for that.
I just love that they're giving Chelsea these random introductory matches to everybody because if there is somebody, if Natty's not available, if there is anybody to introduce you to this, it is Chelsea Green.
But that's what she wanted to do, isn't it?
Who is she?
It is Chelsea
She's
Green.
the female Dolph Ziggler.
There you go.
I'm just letting you know.
And she is.
Oh damn.
And she
It
is.
don't matter why
That's
you
what
put
she
her in
wanted
the
to be.
match. She gonna
Hey,
come
bro.
out the
I don't
match.
care why
looking
she's in
good.
the
Facts. I love her.
She's
I'm
great.
gonna enjoy Chelsea Green regardless.
Absolutely.
Put her on the screen more because every
Mhm.
moment she's on the screen, it's like that was perfect.
She utilizes every second.
Every second.
She's so good at it too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I am
Sorry.
very
Look
excited.
at Mike. Mike's just like,
Listen, I love it. Tonight has
Listen.
been a personal favorite of mine on the Nightcap with all four of you. You guys are incredible.
Sure.
And that's it. We have made the lap. We are full circle, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. Thanks to all of you, the hundreds of you viewing the Nightcap across all of the social medias that we have on Boom Broadcasting. Make sure you follow all of these co-hosts. You go check out their shows. But the last match, the main event, you got the special guest ref CM Punk, who gave the fans pizza after the show went off the air. Gave them some Illuminatis, I just found out. We've got Trick Williams going up against All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time again. It's time again. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. The Trick
Now-
Willie era
Sorry, I almost fell
is
asleep.
back in NXT.
I need to know. So
Don't
now,
start.
Who's starting?
Now-
Who's starting it?
listen, I'll take it.
Let's
They
go.
already
Start
had
now,
me.
sir.
They already had me messed up because Punk was not in shorts, so I knew this was gonna be some mess.
Pissed.
2, during that video package, I don't know. Oh my god! During that video package, I don't know who was on audio, but the fact that you did not line up the "whoop that trick" chants to the music really irritated me. On
You
that
saw
video
that?
Terrible.
Mhm.
I don't know who was done. Don't do it no more. This match was dry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This was, I don't know. I kind of expected Trick to do exactly what he did, which I don't really know what Trick does, to be quite honest with you. And that's on me because I am not very well versed in Trick Williams. But from what I have seen, what I guess in my head, when he won the Iron Survivor Challenge, I was like, oh, okay, we got it.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Knit Ram's
The-
gonna love you.
for
You're
me-
gonna get some good questions for 3 count.
For
sure
me-
for that one.
The in ring isn't quite matching the persona to me.
It is.
And that is the most respectful way that I will put it.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
My co-host and I talked about this on our podcast. Go check it out. Black Masters and Constellations, now available on Apple Music and Spotify. We both pretty much were just like, something is missing with Trick. Right? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what is missing, but we were talking about how I don't know who he has to go see. I don't know if we need to start pulling in like submission specialists in the back for these NXT kids, like technical mat grapplers. I don't know what we need to do, but somebody needs to hold Sweet Trick by the hand. Because it looks like, for me, this match was him throwing his limbs around. I don't really know if a suplex was involved here. I don't know if there was a super kick involved. I don't know if a power bomb was involved. I don't know.
What
There
the
was
heck?
a lot of neck breakers. There was a
I'm
lot
about to
of
say,
neck breakers.
was that a neck breaker that he did that one time? Like, what
But
the hell
that's
was
the thing.
that?
I feel like I should be able to name at least a move that you're doing, and I
He
can't.
did a rock
with-
bottom. Bookend
Yeah, he did.
Uranagi combination.
Bookend,
Yeah.
He did all 3 of them at the same time.
He did Booker T. That's what he did.
He did
Scissor kicks.
bookend. No, he did a bookend Uranagi and rock bottom at the same time. Because Ethan was confused. He said, "What are we doing here? Okay, which way am I landing?
wrapping my body to land?
Which
for,
way am I
brother?"
landing?"
Like, I was very confused.
That was always my issue with him. He's kind of wild in the ring, and I wish he would like slow down and, like you said, somebody would take his hand and just really walk him through how to wrestle in the
You
ring.
just need to slow down. It's just such a blur, and baby, you're too big to be moving like a blur.
And he had a good
Be a
dance partner.
powerhouse.
So I mean,
Be
I
a
can't blame
powerhouse.
him. Yeah. And
It's
his
like he doesn't
finisher
know
is
how to, like,
okay, yeah.
use his body, like the
He's
build that
uncoordinated.
he has, right? It's a weird thing. Like, I don't want to say like, like a baby giraffe like trying to walk, but it's like, I think of like it's something along those lines.
Is he a traditional powerhouse, or is he more of like, or are they trying to make him be more of like a cruiserweight? I guess
They're giving
don't really
him
know
the
what
rock move set, and it's not working. You know what I'm saying?
that
Like, they're
can't
giving
happen.
him the strikes and the quick slams because they're trying to, like, I guess, simplify the in ring, but it's like
it's making it harder.
It is. They need to kind of figure out like what his style is.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is? Besides the wrestling in the ring, that was the right decision to put him over. I feel like that was the right decision because he's the bigger and better star. You don't want Ethan Page going into
He's still
a new era. Yeah, you don't want him going into the new era as your champion. And I kind of figured anyway the title was going to change anyway because Roxanne won.
Yeah.
So,
had to be something.
Yeah.
That title had to change.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Brandon, Torn, you guys are quiet. You guys are stewing, waiting,
And I feel like that's a
ready
bad
to
thing.
pounce.
Right.
I feel
You
like
go
we need
first,
to real
Brandon.
tame.
So I'm gonna say, and it's crazy because me and Hugh has watched a lot of Trick's career, and we watched him from who's this guy? He did that verse. He did the exact opposite of what most WWE superstars do. He got the crowd behind him before he could get it behind him in the ring.
Absolutely.
He was a wild menace in the ring. You could tell from that match with him, Ethan Page, Shawn Spears, and
Bouncy dude.
And
John Evans.
Yeah, you could tell somebody calmed him down. Yeah, somebody calmed him down. I was like, okay, he's got his pacing down.
Yeah.
I think Trick's problem is his adrenaline gets going. And I don't know if it's, and I've never been a wrestler. I will never take a bump, but I can see certain things. It looked like he's trying to protect, but overcompensate at the same time. So in the instance of me trying to hit my own finisher, I don't want to hurt the person, but I want to still come off, oh, shoot, I missed my mark in the protection / overshooting. And it's crazy because he should be the person that we should be getting behind. You know, he should be that person because he has all of the checks the boxes type of thing. Passes the airport check, passes the get the crowd behind.
Passes TSA with flying colors.
Yeah. And it's like, the crazy part is they got rid of the one person that probably could help him wrestle like a big man. Dominic Dijakovic could have said, do this. Anytime Dijak, Josh Briggs make Obafemi look great, and these are two tall. Where is Josh Bridges? Why is he not helping him be a big man wrestling?
Yeah, he just disappeared. He's still trying to find
him. Pan? They still got him locked up in the pan?
Bro, we had to free Tavian Heights. Wasn't nobody asking for Josh's safety. We don't know where he is.
Wait, is Josh still in Japan?
No,
I didn't even know he was over there.
Yeah, he went over there with the boys.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, he went over there.
Oh, dang.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
they didn't talk about him as much as they talked about Tavian. And
I saw Tavian. Yeah, Tavian was doing his thing.
Remember Undertaker said it. He had to teach the Big Show how to wrestle like a big guy. But the Big Show had a Kane, a Undertaker to help him understand what to do. Trick doesn't really have anybody.
Trick doesn't have that.
Let me teach you the ring psychology. Let me teach you this. Booker T is a long limb person, but he's not a tall wrestler.
Yeah.
So how much could Booker T really give him? Or let's be honest, how much is he really taking in? How much is he thinking that he's okay and he might not be? Because let's call it what it is. Back in the day, like a lot of good wrestling was because Dean Malenko was the coach behind the scenes. You know, now we got what's his name? Tyson Kidd helping a lot of things. Somebody like even somebody like a Bobby Roode. If he was to work with him, because Bobby Roode can teach you how to at least work, but he needs somebody like Dijak was almost 7 feet tall, didn't move like he was 7 feet tall, entertained you the whole time, but he just didn't have the mic or the crowd participation.
I'll tell you, this is news to me because I didn't realize Dijak was that tall.
Yeah, he's about. He's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah,
but that just proves your point that I had no idea he was that tall because he doesn't wrestle like he's
not at all.
This long big guy.
He's long. Yeah, and the thing is, even with Josh Briggs, and the reason I'm saying him because during his time in Evolve, he struggled with, oh man, these guys are shorter than me, but I'm still going to make it work. I'm still going to show you we can have good matches. Like think about like a Luchasaurus. Look how he makes the match work when they let him wrestle.
Love me a Luchasaurus.
You know, when they let him wrestle, it's like, that works. A Brian Cage, he's a big guy, but he's figured out
he's a big guy, but he knows.
I'm going to do it this way. You know what I mean? And I hate to say this match, especially when who was it that said to you, if you can't do your finisher or you can't in the match, you just lost me. Remember, one of them wrestlers said that. Oh, did we lose Mike? Oh, we lost Mike. Somebody said that. Remember, was it Kevin Nash?
Somebody did just say that.
It might have been.
I feel like it was
Kevin Nash.
He was like,
because it was like he said about Goldberg, you couldn't even do your finisher or you couldn't take it to the end. It was Kevin Nash. It was Kevin Nash. And that's as soon as I saw that, I was like, that's the finish. And even the crowd was like, oh, he won, yay.
It just didn't, it didn't feel like a finish. Yeah.
And then CM Punk went to go to sleep and the pyro's going off. I was like, oh, this is just all mistiming. And
everything was mistimed
because his moment.
If they slowed it down, if they waited for that pyro so we could see Ethan Page get knocked out with a go to sleep, chef's kiss. But y'all did it in the middle of the confetti. I didn't even know what was going on until I saw Ethan Page laid out and Punk just
And
tackling. I was like, oh.
And the way it looked, and I'm gonna be honest with you, if you go back and watch it, because I had to watch the finisher, that's what took me so long to get back on. I was like, was that supposed to happen?
No.
Was an audible called? Like, because of how Trick was looking at the belt, he totally looked surprised. So I don't know if he just invested and got me like, oh, but he totally looked like, wow, I actually got it. Kind of like, and I hate to keep taking so much time. Remember when Willow won the New Japan Strong, and you could tell she was literally, oh, we called audible. Oh my God, I'm the champion. Like it hit her like,
Yeah.
I'm the champ. Oh, I'm the first ever champ. You know, he had those vibes like, oh, I won. Like, and it was like, was he supposed to kick out? Because that, never mind. Okay.
It was a weird
Yep.
finish. It was a very weird, lackluster, out of nowhere finish. Like, don't know if they ran out of TV time. You know, even if that's the case, like it's the CW. Like, you guys got a couple extra minutes. Throw it towards this show. This is your big weekly show. You know, so like, what it felt rushed. It felt out of nowhere. Like, I don't know if that was the intention. It was a weird thing. You know, I'm not gonna. I mean, we're in a new era of NXT. We've talked about this, and we've said like NXT is now being presented as a third show. It's not developmental, but it's like a part of me still like it is developmental. So it's like I don't want to be too hard on the in-ring technicalities of Trick's wrestling, but it is a thing where it's like, look, if we can notice it, you know, like why are the coaches in the PC not noticing it and pulling him aside and saying, hey, like let us know what you need help with. Like, let's work on this. Let's try to like, you know, polish this off, because like, it looks like you're uncomfortable doing some of this stuff, like maybe not intentionally or not, but it also feels like Brandon, like you said, like there's no tutelage there for him to go to and be like, hey, big man, Undertaker, like, you know, tell me how to, you know, kind of use my arms better so it doesn't look like I'm just flailing my punches in. Like, tell me how to throw those better, you know, tell me how to, you know, make this move look better with my body if I'm going up against someone who's shorter. So I see those claims, and they're very valid.
Can I interrupt you one thing? Because you said something real strange, and I want you to think about this. Would this match have been okay on Raw and SmackDown? We would have tore this match apart.
I mean, this would have gotten blasted to smithereens.
We gotta stop saying developmental brand, because these are bona fide WWE superstars at this point.
You're right.
We gotta stop thinking, oh, if it's that. I understand the on-the-job experience, but let's call it what it is. A lot of people were getting on-the-job experience and are delivering.
True.
So why do we keep wanting to say, we didn't say that if X, Y, and Z missed the spot. We didn't say, oh, it's because of the developmental brand. No, you are getting your on-the-job experience. I get it, but this is your time to showcase, because they have given us great things, but somebody, I hate the word botch, when somebody missed a spot on the main roster, we don't say, oh, it's because this is our fifth match, or this is his fifth match. Man, why is he messing up? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, why is it not clicking yet to me?
And my issue with this is that they took the belt off him. But between that and now, nothing looks different to me.
Okay, good point.
With his in-ring. And I think that's my biggest problem.
I mean, that was even the matches with Pete Dunne.
You know, I'm not saying, you know, a miracle was going to happen in the past. Like, how long has Ethan Page even had that belt?
Couple months.
Like a month,
3 months. I'm about to say.
Like, I'm not saying like a vast miracle was going to happen in 90 days, but I should be able to see some slight improvement between your last title reign and this upcoming one. But this isn't. I just didn't see it. Like I said, my other issue is that if I'm watching you and I can't name a move that you are doing, I feel like that's a problem. Because I don't know what I was looking at Trick doing. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, it was
like I said, it was limbs everywhere. With the 3-in-1, even like I said, I just remember that spot. And now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, no, I was kind of confused. Because how were we supposed to land that?
Ethan Page had it for 86 days.
86. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not expecting a miracle, right? I'm not expecting him to be some technical genius like Bryan Danielson or Zack Sabre Jr., but like
facts.
Little changes.
There you go.
Especially in his timing, right there.
Yeah, there needs to be, you know, I think they're gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to look and see now. He's the champ, so it's like now you're gonna have to start building people back up. figuring out who
that
the stars are.
And if that means they give Trick like squash matches for a couple weeks with like some random people back there to where he can start working on his tempo more, fine. So be it. I enjoy seeing the progress. But if you're not going to do that, what are we doing?
You think it was too
for the
fast?
future,
you think it was too fast for him to get the belt back, or
I mean, who else
was it the right time? I mean, you could have kept it on Ethan. I mean, but I just felt like his build back to becoming a champion wasn't really that
it wasn't
good.
big enough. No.
Yeah, it wasn't like his first build was
him...
like, all right, cool, I get it. Like it was, you had all the emotion, you had the crowd behind you. It meant something. But then this one was just kind of like, okay, all right, there's nobody else.
They gave him a lot of tag matches, 3-ways, fatal 4-ways. There wasn't a lot of Trick just by himself. And Absolutely. I said that on our podcast, or at least I don't know if we aired it or if we cut it, but I said that it kind of shows how much they trust you. Mm-hmm. If you were a former champion, but now they're putting you back in tag matches, 3-ways, fatal 4-ways, something's not clicking back there.
They hit him with the Kofi treatment. That's crazy.
Damn. Happy birthday, Zalando. Happy birthday. Big happy birthdays here on the Nightcap for the party. Pete Dunne is taking that title from him. Interesting name thrown
dang,
out.
I forgot about him.
I gotta spit some names to you guys that could possibly come for Trick Williams now.
I like
depending
it.
upon the injury status. You've got a Noam Dar. There's history there. I know Torrin's ears perked up with me saying the leader of Metaphor.
Definitely did. Look
now you have me at Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne is a name that you got to look at.
You have me at my big man Pete Dunne.
I'm with
Whatever happens with the Don and Obafemi, you're gonna have to talk about Obafemi in that title picture very soon. There's of course Ethan Page gets a rematch, and Joe Hendry is another name that you got to put out there.
What about Wesley?
Wesley is another name you got to put in that mix. Very, very true.
I would love to see him with it.
So
Wesley
there's some names.
Mm-hmm.
There's some names.
Yeah.
And any other final thoughts here, folks? Anything you guys got that you're holding on to? Speak now or forever hold your peace about this main event, please.
Somebody's been quiet. You've been quiet down there.
The whole
I know you've been quiet over there.
He's still up.
I was waiting for my turn to come and it never did. And then my headphones started dying in my ear, so I figured it'd just be best to just let us close out normally. I was gonna say something, but I'm just like, my headphones
to hear it.
They just died. So
the people need to hear it.
Y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, what did you say?
I said
we're talking about
Trick. To hear you. We need you to get these thoughts off.
Oh, I was just gonna like respond to something Four Sides of the Ring said like way up in the chat, but they didn't been having a back and forth with you. Nah, I can't even find the message. I just feel like the reasons that Trick is champion, will do good as champion, the reason he won it the first time, this time, are the same reasons. He is going to carry this new era of NXT, this new brand, this new crop of next in lines. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be the best grappler technician out of the whole group, but if you want a face of the company, a name of this third brand, there he is.
That's Trick. It is Trick. His star power is undeniable.
Where I stop talking is I don't know what they do in the bag. I would hope that Trick Williams is spending every other weekend at Pete Dunne's wrestling school training with Baby Regal and Julia and whoever, Shinsuke or Shayna Bay. I would hope. But that's not something I can require. I'm not in creative yet. Shawn Michaels, you hear me. All I'm saying is we said it on one of the first few episodes of our podcast, the Black Masters and Constellations podcast. We said, I don't know if you need Karrion Kross in there because, you know, he get down too with the.
He's a jiu-jitsu girly.
I don't know if you need Braun Breaker to run it back and come home for a little bit, but
that's a big boy.
He needs to build up that aggression. He needs to build up that intensity. He needs to build up the technical skills to where he can get in the ring with Noam Dar. Because I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. You know, somebody is going to try to put pen to paper and work together the story that we should have gotten at the beginning of this summer. They was going to take the easy way out, but I said, nah, they better than that. Trick deserve a few good matches. Lash deserved to be a star on her own. Now, what happens in the meantime, in between time, we got a utility player like All Ego Ethan Page. She said, all right, I can hold it down for y'all for the summer. It wasn't a bad transition. It wasn't. Now, y'all shouldn't have gave me Joe Hendry. Y'all shouldn't have.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
but I will say that if, like, y'all had the complaints that y'all had of Trick still got to get his moves down, he need to lock in a move set. All right, that's where All Ego come in. You know he got history with Punk. He got history outside this company. You know he can go ahead and do a job. Right. Now, that interesting fact,
and
Trick Williams. We need promos. Bro, did I not say that Pete Dunne versus Trick Williams wasn't for nobody but me? The second time might have been for Trick, but it was just for me.
That first one was for me. That second one, I don't know.
No, baby, not all of them was for me because Pete Dunne, baby, you're going to the moon on my spaceship. Mm-hmm. We will get you that NXT title. We will.
We're gonna get you back.
We need it. We need it.
I'm sure you boys know.
Them kids need that.
But for the people that don't know, Tyler Bate beat Pete Dunne for that NXT UK belt in the inaugural tournament. So for them to do whatever they do, Pete Dunne slid to the wayside. Tyler Bate get to be on US NXT, kind of with the belt. They unified it with Braun Breaker. He had to figure it out with Chase U. Your boy went to the main roster. He finna spin the block with some hate. All I'm saying is, man, long story short, I don't work there. I don't get paid enough to hurt my brain thinking about how we can make Trick Williams better. I hope I can. I hope to do that one day. There are so many talented people in that bag that just, I see the solutions that they need, and it's just sitting there like money on the flow. So I say all that to say, it don't matter what y'all think about Trick Williams because he ain't even got to do all that. There are enough talented people in that back that can have a match with him to where by the end of this year, he probably will be a better wrestler than he is today. That's all I got.
Valid.
100.
Because Noam Dar versus Trick Williams will happen. It will involve Jakara. There should be a storyline.
There should be. Definitely.
There should be
over the belt. And both of them should be fit and able to wrestle. That's all I got to say. I want to see more British technical wrestling. I want to see y'all take it to the streets and get like literally Trick Williams. Does he have a submission move? Does he?
No.
Because I don't think he ever had
because
Booker ain't have one.
Noam Dar is gonna tie him in a pretzel, bro.
Yeah, he finna pull a Zack Sabre Jr. on him.
And it's okay because we're still winning. Meta on top forever. Anyway.
I'm so happy Torn finished that up with her last thoughts because that was a fantastic way to end the thoughts here on this NXT Championship match. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. We are out of time, but before we leave, we got to let everybody know where to find you, what you got coming down the pipeline. I've got your socials going down at the ticker. You guys can tell the people what's going on. Let's start with Black Masses and Constellations podcast. What's going on, ladies? Tell them where to find you.
Tell them.
All right. Brands, you can find us on that Bird app. I am at 2_tortellini, just like the pasta. My co-host is at Taylor's Karma. That is TaylorKarmaa with 2 A's. Also on the Bird app. Catch us on Black Masses and Constellations. We should be talking about Bad Blood soon. So stay tuned, folks.
Like she said, we're on Apple Music. We're on Spotify. We talk about AEW, WWE, TV, PLEs, PPVs. Taylor's Karma with 2 A's on X. Tortellini with the 2 underscores before it. If you want to follow me on IG, I am at TalkTorian to me. That's TAUREAN. Yes, LA Knight. Yes, I took it from you. I'm a WWE shop affiliate. Tell me whose t-shirts you want to see. I will figure out a way to get you that code, bro. Book a reading. I'm an aspiring astrologist. Like, literally support the podcast. Give us 5 stars on Spotify. Push Pete Dunne to the moon. That is all.
I like it.
That's all, folks.
And those championship culture boys. I know season 3's coming up. So let's tell the people what you got cooking.
It's alive and well. You know what I'm saying? We just took a little break real quick because we wanted to hop on here with y'all. and have a good time. But next week we will be back. Was it episode 3? Episode 3.
Episode 3 of season 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can catch us
With-
on IG at Championship Culture _. Me, you can catch me on all social media platforms at HASTHE to the 3RD. That guy right there is the belt guy, Brandon, the guy at Custom Guy 913. And you can finish up the rest, brother.
And tune in every Tuesday to another episode of Championship Culture, because we like to say everybody has a story.
Every belt.
Oh,
Every belt.
Everybody has a story. I did the thing.
I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Me. Every belt has a story, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a championship edition of the Nightcap here. Thank you to Brandon, to Hugh from Championship Culture. Thank you to Tortellini and Torn from Black Masses and Constellations podcast. Make sure you go subscribe to the Wrestling Realm on YouTube. Catch the flagship show here tomorrow night. Catch Championship Culture Tuesday nights on the Wrestling Realm. Catch Black Masses and Constellations on podcast platforms, Spotify and Apple. Go follow them on social media. I'm mouthing off with Mike. You can follow me at MOWM_podcast if you'd like. If not, that's okay. But make sure you subscribe to Boom Broadcasting, because I don't do this here alone over at Boom. I've got a whole team with me, or as Torrin likes to say, I've got a whole gaggle of people who create content for Boom Broadcasting. Thank you guys all 200 and something for you for hanging out with us for over an hour and a half, talking NXT on a late night. This has been the Nightcap. That is the guy. That is Hugh. That is Tortellini. That is Torrin. I'm Mike. We're out of here. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching the Nightcap.
Bye, guys.
That's all.
That's all, folks.